There is a horrific Bible passage that literally nobody talks about. It's the avenging of the Gibeonites in 2 Samuel 21. Let's look at this together.
Okay, let's see it.
In 21 verse 1, it says, "During the reign of David, there was a famine for 3 successive years. So David sought the face of the Lord, and the Lord said, 'It is on account of Saul and his blood-stained house. It is because he put the Gibeonites to death.'" Listen to the solution, because the solution is just as silly as the problem. So the solution that is dreamed up between the Israelites and between the Gibeonites, it says, "As for the men who destroyed us and plotted against us, so that we have been decimated and have no place anywhere in Israel, let 7 of his male descendants be given to us to be killed, and their bodies exposed before the Lord at Gibeah of Saul, the Lord's chosen one." So the solution to the carnage is more carnage. We're going to take 7 random descendants of this guy who did bad things, and we're going to execute them, and somehow that's going to make the whole thing square. And you might,
What Justin the soy-pilled, culturally appeasing, truth relativizing liberal scholar conveniently refuses to tell you is that the Torah explicitly teaches the unpunished bloodshed defiles the land itself. Numbers 35:33 couldn't be any more clear. Blood pollutes the land, and no atonement can be made for the land except by the blood of the one who shed it. This is not metaphor, this is covenantal jurisprudence. The land itself stands under judicial contamination when murder goes unpunished. Ignoring this is not scholarship, it is ideological evasion. Likewise, Leviticus 16:18 through 20 explicitly warns that persistent, unrepentant covenant violations would result in national famine as a direct act of divine punishment or judgment. The famine in David's day was not arbitrary, nor was it unjust. It was covenant enforcement. Liberal revisionists want you to read the text through modern sentimentalism rather than ancient covenant law, but the text itself explains the famine as judicial consequence for Saul's blood guilt against the Gibeonites. 2 Samuel 21:1. Furthermore, as Old Testament scholar James E. Smith demonstrates in his book, The Books of History, the assumption that David executed innocent men collapses under both legal and chronological scrutiny. The Torah explicitly forbids executing innocent family members for another's crimes. Deuteronomy 24:16. Have you not read that, Justin? Therefore, the fact that Scripture does not condemn David proves the executed men were not innocent bystanders. Smith correctly notes that Saul's sons and grandsons would have been old enough, particularly given the minimum 14-year chronological gap between David's departure from Saul's court and his coronation over all Israel, to have personally participated in Saul's genocidal campaign against the Gibeonites. These were not helpless children. They were covenant violators complicit in blood guilt. This completely dismantles the liberal scholar narrative. The famine was not injustice, it was divine justice delayed. These executions were not arbitrary cruelty, they were covenantal atonement, restoring judicial equilibrium to a land polluted by murder. What liberal scholars cannot tolerate is the reality that the biblical God is not subject to modern progressive moral sensibilities. He is the covenant lawgiver, and his justice operates according to his own revealed legal framework, not the emotional preferences of modern academic relativism. Justin isn't defending the text. He's defending modern ideology against the text, Justin.